You are watching the NHL Roundup. Welcome to the NHL Roundup. I'm Mike Jackman. Remember, a few years ago, the New York Islanders were in the rebuilding stage and they were the joke of the NHL. Well, fast forward to 2014, and they're the ones that are getting the last laugh now because they're one of the hottest teams in hockey, winners of 8 of their last 10, and they're only 2 points away from being tied for tops in the NHL. And they've also set a franchise record for wins at this point in the season with 17, and they took that hot streak into Tuesday night as they hosted the Ottawa Senators. 10 minutes left to go in the first period. It's the Senators that are going to strike first. Mika Zibanejad is going to find Mike Hoffman from the slot area. He blows it by Jaroslav Halak. That makes it 1-0 for the Senators. Time running down in the first, and the Islanders get a great scoring chance. Actually, 2 of them. Lee in front of the net is going to be stopped by Anderson, and then a diving save here off Ryan Strome as well to keep it at 1-0 after the first. Second period, Islanders still pressing. Calvin DeHaan, shot from the point, is going to be blocked in front, and Okaposo goes for the 5-hole, but Anderson shuts it down to keep it at 1-0. We're nearing the last minute of the second period, and this stretch pass by Kyle Okaposo is going to find Brock Nelson in alone on Anderson. He goes roof daddy to tie this one up at 1 for his 11th of the year. Then, with a few seconds remaining in the second period, the Islanders with a great chance here. Casey Zizekas, this shot's going to go off Anderson and in the net. The only question is, did it beat the buzzer? And you can see here, before it crosses the line, it does hit the 0.0 mark, so that's not going to be a goal. We go to the third, tied at 1. After the Islanders took a 2-1 lead on a power play goal, the Senators won't go away on this night though, because Mark Stone finds Clark MacArthur in front of the net. He makes no mistake plus Jaroslav Halak. We're tied at 2 going to overtime. And in the overtime period, it's Hickey, and I'm not talking about that red mark on your neck. This is Thomas Hickey, and he's going to put the red light on behind Craig Anderson with this wraparound goal, and the Islanders pick up a victory in overtime over the Senators 3-2. To the Consol Energy Center in Pittsburgh, Scott Gomez making his Devils debut tonight, and the Devils get the first big opportunity in the first period. Damian Brunner, nice little poke check past the defenseman, and then he tries to poke it past Marc-Andre Fleury. He has Fleury beat, but not the post, and we're still tied at 0 in Pittsburgh. The second period is the Devils power play, but it's the Penguins that get the opportunity out of it as Brendan Sutter gets sprung on a break, but Corey Schneider makes one save, and then he stops the rebound as well to keep the game scoreless. To start the third period, 5 minutes in, we're getting our first goal as this spinorama by Blake Como finds Evgeny Malkin past an outstretched Corey Schneider, makes it 1-0 for the Penguins. That's all they'd need as Marc-Andre Fleury makes 29 saves for his 5th shutout this season. To the Joe Louis we go for the Panthers and the Red Wings. Red Wings, first big chance. Riley Sheehan, great hands to him, take it to the net, but not good hands to finish it off. Still 0-0. But a Red Wings power play will put them on the board first. Pavel Datsyuk's shot's going to be tipped in front by Thomas Tatar. It changes direction on Luongo, and the Red Wings have a 1-0 lead. Back come the Panthers. Brad Boyes is going to get a great opportunity here with a quick hard shot, but an even better save with the glove hand by Jimmy Howard to keep it at 1-0. The Panthers are going to tie this game up, though. They get 3 chances in front of the net. The first 2 get blocked, but it's Jimmy Hayes who puts home the third one past Jimmy Howard. We're tied at 1. Still 1-1. The Panthers have trouble getting out of their own zone. Henrik Zetterberg gets a great opportunity from the slot area, but it's stopped there by Luongo, and then he stops Pavel Datsyuk on the rebound. That's a pretty good resume to stop both of them on the same play. After Sean Bergenheim tallied one for the Panthers and gave him a 2-1 lead, Nicholas Cronwell with a great fake shot on the defender there and sets up Zetterberg in front of the net. That bullet goes off the bar, music to a goaltender's ears for Luongo. Early third period, not even 30 seconds in, defenseman Smith, give that guy some pause because he coughs it up to Jimmy Hayes. Vincent Trocheck outraged Jimmy Howard, and the Panthers have padded their lead. It's 3-1. Panthers aren't done. Future star Aaron Ekblad, this shot from the point finds its way past Jimmy Howard, and the Panthers have a 4-1 lead in the third. After a Datsyuk goal made this game 4-2, now the Red Wings have the goalie out, and Gustav Nyquist is going to clean up this rebound in front of the net and beat Roberto Luongo, and the Red Wings make it 4-3, but as the old adage goes, too little, too late, the Panthers hang on for a 4-3 victory. Predators and Hurricanes from Carolina. Predators are looking for their 5th straight win and get off to a good start. Taylor back in a lone stop there by Cam Ward, though, to keep the set 0-0. Now a bad Nashville line change is going to cost him, as Andre Nestrasil is going to find a streaking Jeff Skinner, and he tips it past Pecorine. It's 1-0 Hurricanes. Pecorine was peppered with shots in the second period, including this 2-on-1, but he's up to the task against Nathan Gerbe there to keep it at 1-0 going to the third. And in the third, Victor Rask, nobody's stopping this shot. That's a bullet past Pecorine, and the Hurricanes have a 2-0 lead. With under 5 minutes left, Mike Ribeiro in front of the net. Nice little move here around Cam Ward and finishing touch to make it 2-1, but that's as close as the Predators come, as the Hurricanes held on for a 2-1 victory. Leafs and Stars from the Air Canada Centre. First period, Leafs take advantage of a turnover. Tyler Bozak from the face-off circle finds a way to beat Kari Lehtinen. 1-0 Leafs early. Stars turnover again at center ice here, and the Leafs again take advantage. Santorelli to Nazem Kadri. He rips it top shelf past Kari Lehtinen, and the Leafs have a 2-0 lead. Leafs took that 2-0 lead to the second period, and they also enjoyed a power play. Phil Kessel's shot is going to get tipped in front and change direction for James Van Riemsdyk. His power play goal makes it 3-0 for the Leafs in the second. Just after that, though, Eric Cole to Jason Spezza. 3, 2, 1, blast off. That rocket beats Jonathan Bernier hard blocker, and that puts the Stars on the board and gives them some life, down 3-1. But that life will be short-lived, as another Stars turnover would again be costly. Cody Franzen steps into the shot. Nice save here by Lehtinen with the right pad. However, the rebound goes right to Joffrey Lupul, past an outstretched Lehtinen on the rebound, and it's 4-1 for the Leafs. The Stars weren't done, they cut it to 4-2, but the Leafs weren't done either, because here comes their 5th goal of the game for Joffrey Lupul. If there was a first star in this game for Lehtinen goals, Kari Lehtinen would be first star, and that makes it 5-2. The final would be 5-3 for the Leafs. Now we got the Canucks and the Capitals from Washington. It's still 0-0 in the first period with under 2 minutes left to go. Bo Hovart's going to find Derek Dorsett at the doorstep, and he beats Braden Holtby. 1-0 Canucks. In the second period, the Capitals are going to get the equalizer as Nicholas Backstrom feeds John Carlson from the slot area. Miller gets a piece of it, but not enough, and this game's tied at 1. But on a power play in the second, Canucks are getting that right back as the twin magic goes to work. Henrik Sedin in front for his brother Daniel. These two can do that in their sleep, and it's 2-1 Canucks. Now it's Canucks another power play, and they're going to take advantage of it again as a loose puck in front of the net. Nobody finds it except for Radim Verbata. He says, "I'll clean that up for you," and he beats Braden Holtby, and it's 3-1 for the Canucks. Capitals are going to answer back, though, as this shot from the point by John Carlson makes it through a screen, and Ryan Miller does his best impression of Ray Charles because he can't see it, and that makes it 3-2 now for the Canucks. Capitals looking to tie, but this one Ryan Miller can see off Nicholas Backstrom, and that one he saves to keep it at 3-2. In the third, the Capitals are tying this up as Eric Fehr is going to find Brooks Lake in front of the net, and he makes a nice move around Kevin Bieksa like he's not even there, and to top it all off, he has great hands to finish past Ryan Miller. We're tied at 3 in Washington. But on the Canucks power play, they're going to get it right back. Daniel Sedin does most of the work up the ice, and then he feeds off for his brother, who does the rest with a bullet past Braden Holtby, and the Canucks have a 4-3 lead yet again. Still 4-3 Canucks. Capitals have their goalie out, and Nicholas Backstrom with a shot here, but it's going to go wide of the net and make its way all the way out of the zone, and the Canucks hold on to win this one 4-3. We shuffle off to Buffalo for the Lightning and the Sabres. The Sabres have caught on fire lately after a slow start and get a good opportunity here. Jurgensen's in front of the net, but a big save there by Nabokov to keep this game scoreless. We go scoreless to the second. This lead pass for Tyler Johnson, though, goes awry, and it bounces right back in front, but Jonas Enroth's there for the save, and then he makes another save off Nikita Kucherov. 2 big saves to keep the game scoreless. We went to the third, still 0-0. The Sabres are going to knock this pass down at center, and Matt Molson's going to get a great opportunity, but an even better save by Nabokov with a glove hand, still 0-0. Here we go, we're going to get our first goal of the game. Under 10 minutes left to go in the third. Tyler Johnson finds Palat in front of the net, makes no mistake past Enroth, 1-0 for the Lightning. But the Sabres have the heart to get back into this one. This shot gets stopped by Nabokov, but as he's falling down, Zemgus Jurgensen chips it over him. We're tied at 1. In the overtime period, watch Tyler Myers go end-to-end as he goes right through the defenseman, but he doesn't have the hands to finish it off. It would have been a beauty if he would have, and we go to a shootout. First shooter up for the Sabres is Cody Hodgins, and he shows more moves than a drunk family member on a dance floor as he beats Nabokov on the backhand. 1-0 Sabres in the shootout. Here comes Tyler Ennis, the second shooter. He says, instead of making all those moves, I'll just fire it past Nabokov, and that works. 2-0 for the Sabres. It's down to Ryan Callahan. He has to score to keep this game alive, but it's a blocker save by Jonas Enroth. The Sabres get the extra point in the shootout. Saddledome now for the Flames and the Coyotes. Only a minute 12 in. David Jones is going to connect on a shot in front of the net past Mike Smith, and the Flames have an early 1-0 lead. Coyotes going to tie things up as Martin Urat finds Oliver Ekman-Larsson at the point. His shot, you can show a movie on that screen. His fifth of the year. Carriamo's still trying to find it, and when he does, it'll be in the back of the net. We're tied at 1. Flames get that lead right back before the end of the first as Josh Jurish is going to take this pass at the side of the net and make no mistake past Mike Smith. The Flames have a 2-1 lead. Looking for more before the end of the first as Yuri Hudler gets into one right from the face-off circle, but a big save there by Smith to keep the deficit at only 1. And in the second, when Coyotes are pressing, Keith Yandel shot stopped by Ramo, but it goes right to the side of the net for Sam Gagner. He makes no mistake past Corey Ramo. We're tied at 2. But again, the Flames are taking that lead right back, and again it's Juris in front of the net with some great hands and a great finishing touch past Mike Smith. The Flames have a 3-2 lead in the second. Took that 3-2 lead all the way to the third, and then they add to it. Sean Monahan, quick little wrist shot right there, beats Mike Smith, and the Flames have doubled their lead. It's 4-2. The last minute, still 4-2. Coyotes goalie's out. Here comes Juris again. This is for the hat trick. He's not missing the open net. A hat trick for Juris makes it 5-2, and the Flames get 2 more points, beating the Coyotes 5-2. Bruins and Kings from the Staples Center. Tuukka Rask got the night off tonight. It was Nicholas Svedberg in net. Under 4 minutes left to go in the first. Anze Kopitar over to wide open Tanner Pearson at the side of the net. No mistake past Svedberg, and the Kings have a 1-0 lead. In the second, Chris Kelly's going to take a nice feed here, but it's an even better save by Jonathan Quick with a glove hand to keep his club ahead by 1. Kelly gets another big opportunity with the pass in front, but there's a left pad save this time. Chris Kelly's seen enough of Jonathan Quick already on this night. Third, still 1-0 Kings. Watch the save of the game. Carl Soderberg tips it in front, right to Corey Krug, wide open net to shoot at, right? Not when you have Jonathan Quick diving back across to make the save and keep his shutout intact. Still 1-0 for the Kings. With the Bruins net empty, here comes the icing on the cake for Tyler Toffoli. He dumps it down the ice, all the way down into the empty net. Kings win it 2-0, and they can thank their goalie, Jonathan Quick, who come up with 31 saves for the shutout. We end a busy night in the NHL at the Shark Tank for the Sharks and the Flyers. Flyers get on the board first on a power play. Sean Couturier's shot is going to find its way past Antti Niemi. 1-0 for Philadelphia. Second period, Flyers looking for more. Nicholas Grossman gets sprung on a break, but a big stretch save by Antti Niemi keeps us at 1-0. That save was gross, man. Still 1-0 Flyers. That's a big save because the Sharks come back to tie it. Tommy Wingles is going to get Mark-Edward Vlasic involved, and the Vlasic pickle beats Steve Mason. We're tied at 1. In the third period, Andrew Desjardins is going to take advantage of a turnover at the point and walk in on Steve Mason, but he doesn't have the hands to finish things off. That's going to be his nightmares tonight. Under 20 seconds left. If you're a Flyers fan, don't watch this. Under 20 seconds left. Here comes Patrick Marleau in alone on Steve Mason. He makes the original save, but there to clean up the rebound in front is Matt Nieto. The winner with 11 seconds left. The Sharks win a thriller over the Flyers, 2-1.